What's going on, guys? It is the Saturday before Drift Week and we've got tons of prep work to be working on. Today we're going to be working on the radiator. So the OEM radiator, it's been in there for like 15 years and finally has a crack in it. It's been leaking coolant for months now and it's been super sketchy to run with. So one of the most annoying things with this car at drift events is trying to keep it cool. The temps would always get up beyond like 225, sometimes 240 at hot lap tracks, and trying to keep it cool was just a pain in the butt. So rather than getting a cheap eBay aluminum radiator, we've actually partnered with DeWitts Radiator, and they've been kind enough to send me out one specifically for the C6, specifically for track day use and now drifting. But yeah, I'm really excited to install this. I think it's going to keep the car way cooler, going to be much more fun to drive at drift events and keep it cool. So before we get to installing this thing, one thing I really want to talk about is DeWitts is actually an American company. They're based in America, so this actually came from Michigan, and it's really cool to bring American companies with an American race car. Usually that never exists. A lot of stuff is made in China, so really cool to be bringing along an American brand for Drift Week and beyond. So I'm super excited, and let's get into installing this thing. Beautiful. Check this out, Harrison. Shiny. It's got proper shrouds, so that'll help a lot with cooling.
Dang, it's big. That is a really freaking thick radiator.
Yeah, I'm super excited. But yeah, this thing looks amazing. I mean, I've never seen a radiator that looked this pretty. So kudos to DeWitts. And just to give you guys a closer look at the quality, I mean, this is just amazing. I've never been so excited for a radiator. So from my understanding, this should be pretty simple. Just got to take the airbox off, take all the trim pieces off, and then remove the lines, and it should just slide right out. And to drain the radiator, there's this little like knob thing right here, and yeah, just throw a drip pan under there. Start draining. Okay, so getting the fan out was a little bit more difficult than I thought. You have to disconnect, remove all the upper radiator hoses, and then there's two 10mm bolts, one up here on the passenger side and one kind of in the middle that you have to get from underneath on the driver's side. But yeah, once you remove that, you kind of just yank the radiator forward and it'll slide out. That wasn't easy, but you kind of have to get it out at an angle in order to remove it. So up next, remove the radiator and see where we go from there. Alright, so finally got the radiator out. Had to remove the oil line and transmission line over there. The most difficult thing about removing it, so the radiator has these like clip type things, and you have to just kind of finagle the condenser straight up from it in order to remove this. So once you get all the lines removed, which you should plug so that it doesn't spill, you just got to yank up on this and the radiator should come out. Also, the oil line, this bolt size is 1 inch, and then that side is 19mm. And so just straight down there, yank those off, get the lower radiator hose out, and then it will be free. And now it is time to throw in the radiator. So what we're gonna do is transfer all the old grommets for the radiator mount onto the new one. and they just slide right on, and then throw it back inside. Boom. So before installing the radiator, I actually got a 160-degree thermostat, and that was super easy to install. It's just two 10 millimeter bolts. Throw that in there, and hoping that would help it stay extra cool. But yeah, the DeWitts Radiator would be just fine without it. Alright, so in continuation of last night, we got the radiator in. So I actually just realized that I have a Z51 package on this car. I didn't know that when I bought it. And it comes with a transcooler. So this radiator did not have the fittings for it, but we ended up just looping it and bypassing it from the radiator. So yeah. Alright, radiator is back in, put together. We've got all the lines on, and now we're just filling it up, and then time to bleed it. Alright, first start in I don't know how many weeks. We just brought it up to temps, and it kind of chilled around like 221 for the longest time, and turned on the AC. But yeah, fans are working, car is solid, and I can't wait to test it on track. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. All right, guys, the vet is all loaded up, ready to go, ready to rip. Now we just gotta go to Arizona. Everything's good, got all the stickers on. Time to just head out there. To find the best cooling solution for your car, visit DeWitts.com.